Welcome back to 90s B-Ball Cards, the most passionate content for card collectors on YouTube and possibly the entire internet. As always, I am your host, Jake Roy, 90s B-Ball Cards on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and as long as it's still around, a little bit of TikTok as well. I've been pretty dormant on TikTok actually recently, so I need to kick it up on there, but a little. But today we're looking at some cards that are just a little bit outside of the 90s, but one of the, if not the, hottest player in all of the sport. So we're talking about LeBron James. Let's get right into it. All right, yes, so today we've got a top 10 video. These have been very popular. I know a lot of you have asked for more. So we've got top 10 LeBron James cards in my PC. So we're gearing up for the NBA Finals. LeBron is in, unbelievably, his 10th appearance. I recently saw something ESPN put out. Out of any player or franchise in the NBA over the course of the history of the NBA, LeBron ranks 4th in the most appearances, behind the Lakers as a franchise, the Celtics as a franchise, and then the Warriors, and then LeBron James is 4th. Unbelievable, and you know, he's still got years left to play for sure, it seems like. So very excited for the finals, excited to see LeBron play. He's definitely the best player in the finals at this point in time. The Lakers going into the season were the favorite to win the NBA championship, so we'll see if that ends up coming to fruition for LeBron. But either way, we're going to look at some of my favorite cards of his that I obviously have in my PC. Obviously, there's some that I don't have in my PC, but LeBron is one of those players that I don't necessarily collect exclusively, but whenever I pull his cards out of packs, I tend to hang on to them. I think they're good to hold on to. So these are some of those cards, and we'll talk about how I got some of these in my collection and what they're worth right now, and some other fun stories along with them. Let's get right into it. All right, here we go. Let's get started with number 10 on the list here. So this is a little bit of an oddball card. So 2003 Upper Deck. This is from the National Trading Card Day. It's actually a 2004, but it's from the 03-04 season. So National Trading Card Day. Each of the major producers of cards had some special packs that they put out for National Trading Card Day. And they had a lot of exclusive athletes and other kind of stuff. So this is one from LeBron's rookie year. So technically, you could consider this a rookie card, although it's not necessarily as hyped as a lot of the other traditional pack pulled cards. So this is a cool one from his rookie season. Great picture there. This is worth about $15, and these came in packs with Jordan and Tiger Woods and some other great players. So kind of fun stuff there for LeBron's rookie season. Next one we have here, kind of a funny one here, BCCG. I do not recommend this company, but this was a gift for Christmas from my dad. So ranking at number 9, we've got the 03-04 Upper Deck Phenomenal Beginnings LeBron James. So this was a box set of LeBron. They all had the same theme, the same design really. You could, in the box set, get some that had a gold color instead of the silver over by where his name is. And those were a parallel that were more rare, and obviously they demand a little bit more on the marketplace. So these are about $15 to $20. Depends on condition and kind of the time that you kind of hit it. Certain times of the year you'll get a little bit more for LeBron cards. BCCG 10 doesn't really mean a whole lot. My dad had got this thinking that this was a Beckett graded card because BCCG, if you look on the back, Beckett.com. It is a Beckett subsidiary, but this is not the same as a BGS grade. So this is one that if you were to get a card BCCG graded, definitely a good candidate to get cracked and sent into either PSA or BGS, whichever is your preference. So if you're looking to move it or flip it or keep it, but this is just something that it's a fun memory of a Christmas gift, and the card's not worth a whole ton, but in a BCCG 10 or 9 or any other grade, it's worth about what it is raw. So good to know there. Stepping up a little bit in some fun stuff here. The next one we've got here is the 08-09 Fleer Feel the Game. So this is a jersey card. You can see a little piece of the maroon jersey there. One of the things I really like about this, I love that navy blue kind of alternate jersey that the Cavs had for LeBron in his first stint with LeBron. So this card doesn't get as much as you might expect it to get with it being a jersey card. You're looking at about $25 for this card. They don't sell, terribly frequently, but it's not an overwhelmingly rare card. This is actually one that I got in a repack product back in probably 2009 or 2010 from Target. So, you know, this is actually in a Flier pack, and, you know, a great pull. I was very excited to get it. You know, so one that I'll probably hang on to for a long time. Fun memories of that, but not the most valuable card, at least not right now. Maybe we'll pick up, we'll see. All right, next one here, 0607 Topps Chrome. This is just a base card. And I say just, you know, base cards have been ruling the marketplace recently. But I absolutely adore this picture. I know we've talked about this in one of my Christmas videos. And this is one that I pulled from a box. I got a box of 0607 Chrome when I was on summer break from school. And this was one of the cards, one of the many cards in there. I would have loved to have gotten a refractor. You know, unfortunately that wasn't in the cards for me at the time. But, you know, this base card is one that has seen a lot of fluctuation in the marketplace. Right now, it's worth about $35. At one point, this was getting close to $70, sometimes even $100, you know, if they look like they're well centered, if they get graded and they did well, they were doing very well in the marketplace. Things have cooled down a little bit on the base craze, but still a card that I love having in my collection because of that incredible picture. And against the Heat, where he ended up playing later on, and the Heat have their retro jersey, just a lot of cool things about this card. So one that I love having in my collection. Not the most valuable, but really cool. Next up, a little bit of a surprise here. 2008-2009 Upper Deck MVP. This is a gold signature. This card is numbered to 100, and this is from the Team MVP subset. And yeah, this is one that I also pulled out of a pack. You know, actually, when I pulled it out of the pack, I did not notice the number, and the number is kind of hard to see over there on the, you know, kind of the upper left under the Upper Deck logo. There's a lot going on in this card. Pretty busy design. Obviously, I saw the gold signature, and being from, you know, a 90s collector, I knew that MVP gold signatures typically were numbered, so I was looking for that, and eventually I did find that numbering on there. So, you know, there are 2 gold signatures in the MVP set from this year, and neither one demand a ton of money on the marketplace for a card numbered to 100. You know, it's pretty rare. So you're looking at about $35, $40. You know, I think the most I've seen these sell for is about $50 or $60. You know, but if they grade out well, they tend to do better. But this is one, again, I pulled it from a pack. It's numbered to 100. A card that I'm probably going to hang on to for a while. Really enjoy having this card being a low numbered card of LeBron early in his career and an Upper Deck product. Not something we see often. All right, next one. 0607 Flier EX, and this is behind the numbers, and these are numbered on the back to 199. So this is an interesting story. So I got a box of 0607 EX, and this was kind of the revitalization of the EX brand when Upper Deck took over the Flier IP. So the behind the numbers set is one that you know, it was pretty common to get one in a box. But who the player was is the mystery. So when I got my box, I pulled a Kobe Bryant, which is a great one. And I decided to trade it in, so to speak, trade it with another collector for a LeBron James. And one of the things that I love about these, not only are they numbered to 199, but they're also 2 pieces of a jersey. So you can see it better here. So I've got 2 copies of it, but this one has, you know, 2 different color pieces. So sometimes you can see 2 gold pieces, 2 maroon pieces is the most common, and then a piece of gold and maroon is, you know, you can see it in the 2 or the 3 with a piece of gold. So something I really like, that you get 2 pieces of, you know, game worn material. They specify what kind of material it is on the back of the card, and you know, and it's numbered, low numbered. So a card that I really enjoy of LeBron. These, again, I think that they are a little bit undervalued, in all honesty. You know, kind of a dangerous thing to say, but these are about $45 a piece. I know I was getting them for, or I was seeing them go for about $20 or $30 not too long ago. So they've definitely taken a little bit of an uptick, but you know, 2 pieces of jersey, numbered, LeBron, an Upper Deck / Flier IP product. Pretty cool stuff there from the EX company, or the EX product. The next we have here is, again, 0607 EX, and this is quote-unquote just the base card. And, you know, you probably remember, we just talked about the insert, the jersey insert numbered card. This is actually, the base card is more valuable than that right now. You know, things could change, but right now this card is about a $60 card. Really cool picture. Again, you know, kind of bring all the stuff that we loved from EX back from the 90s. You know, I love that picture again with that navy blue jersey. LeBron looks like he's going to throw down one of his thunderous dunks. So really cool stuff here. You know, I had the Jordan, which is also about a $60 or $70 card. There's a Kobe that I also have. You know, really cool seeing all those players in a set together. That is, you know, really an iconic design at this point. All right, another interesting one here. So 2016-2017 Prism Mosaic of LeBron. So getting into something a little bit more modern when he was back with the Cavs. And you might be wondering why I have this in my collection. So that mosaic pattern, the refractor pattern, is the same as the silver refractors from Topps Finest 96, 97, and 97, 98. My favorite refractor pattern. So when I kind of put that together and said, okay, this brings me back to the 90s a little bit, it was something I had to get. And 16-17 is the first year of the Prism Mosaic line. So I definitely wanted to get stuff from the first year. So, you know, LeBron was one of those guys that I had to get. And when I was picking these up, these were about $10 a piece. And at one point in time, not too long ago, these were selling for upwards of $100 to $150 raw. And then, you know, right now they've kind of taken a little bit of a tumble, so they're at about $50 or $60, closer to the $60 or $65 mark. You know, graded copies can definitely go for more. If you're getting a 10, you're probably looking at like $600. You know, but really cool stuff to have picked up for $10 back in the day. You know, again, just eye-catching. I really enjoy this set. Really cool looking stuff. So that's a fun one there. All right, getting into some of the top ones here. Number 2 on the list here, we've got, you've seen this before, you'll see it again. This is one of my favorite cards in my collection. 2009-2010 SP Game Used dual jersey of LeBron and Jordan. So 2 of the players that get put into the conversation of GOAT all the time. Really no better 2 players that you would want on a card like this. So a piece of each of their jersey. This is numbered to $4.99, and this is one that I picked up. You've probably heard the story before, from a retail tin, actually, when I was back from college one summer, and I was opening the pack, and all of a sudden I just kind of stopped, and I was at a loss for words when I saw this card in the pack. So this was a pack pulled card from a retail pack nonetheless. So these have taken a significant jump in value. The last time we talked about this was probably around $100, $120, depending you know, on the time frame. Today, these have gone up to over $300, so about $325 is the last comp that I saw. Again, these don't sell terribly often, you know, but numbered to $4.99, they aren't the rarest card in the world. There are some parallel versions of this that are lower numbered, which are really cool. You know, but again, you can get a lot of different player combinations. There's a lot of players that come on this. You know, you can get a Scottie Pippen and a Jordan. You can get Jordan and Magic. You can get LeBron and Magic. You can get LeBron and a lot of other players. But having Jordan and LeBron on this is, you know, I can't ask for too much more in the fact that I pulled it. This is definitely something I'm probably going to get graded. Probably going to send to BGS at some point just to have it protected just for my own collection. But nothing I'm looking to move anytime in the near future. All right, number 1 on the list, probably not surprised here, the 03-04 Topps. You know, this is quote-unquote the base rookie card, if you know, that a lot of people kind of poo-poo because it's not the chrome, it's not one of the parallels, but this is still a great and iconic card all on its own. And again, this is one that was pack pulled back in the day. My brothers and I got some 03-04 stuff because we were sure that LeBron would at least be a name to remember, whether he was a bust or a big star. He would be one of the two. So we wanted to get some of his stuff, and this is one that came out of, I believe, a blaster box or some sort of retail format. You know, so that's something that my brothers and I were very, very well versed in, is the retail offerings. So, you know, this card has seen a lot of fluctuations, continues to see a lot of fluctuations. Condition plays a big factor in that, especially when you're looking at raw cards, centering, corners, edges, all that type of stuff. You know, this is definitely one that I need to get graded very soon. Right now in the raw condition, it's worth about $500 to $600. At one point, raw copies were selling for upwards of $1,500. You know, so again, you can see that swing there, and there have been some times that I've seen these sell for about $300. So, you know, there's a lot of movement on this card, and again, I think the market is kind of taking a little bit of correction right now. We'll see what happens in the future, but again, something that if you have one of these in your collection, it really does you a disservice if you are looking to sell it to not have it graded. So, something I'll definitely look to get graded in the near future. But that's the number 1 card in my collection at this point in time for LeBron James. All right, so there you have it, my top 10 cards, you know, and like I said, the value is kind of a point in time reference, but we'll see what happens with the finals. You know, if he wins another finals, we'll see what happens with the prices as that series goes on. A lot of interesting things could happen in LeBron market. You know, it's one of those that there's a lot of movement, a lot of interest, and LeBron's a great player. He's an all-time great. His legacy is something he's only adding to at this point in time, so it's fun to watch that and have a little bit of that perspective. You know, having seen Jordan play and now seeing LeBron, it's a lot of fun. So question of the day for you is, let me know what is your favorite or your best, whatever it may be, card of LeBron in your collection. I know LeBron's one of those players that a lot of people like to hang on to. It's good to have if you're looking to, you know, kind of grease the wheels for some trades, or they're good cards to hang on to in your collection because the value seems to keep going in a positive direction overall. So, you know, that's I'd love to hear some of the cards. I'm sure that there are some incredible cards out there in collections that, you know, kind of make mine pale in comparison. But again, a lot of these are pack pulled cards that I've had. LeBron's not a player that I necessarily go and seek his cards out, with a few rare exceptions. But you know, we'll see what happens with my collection in the future. Some additions could be made through trades or other means. You never know. These things can always change. So that's kind of the fun thing with collections, is they're never stagnant. So they're always subject to maneuver, different things in different areas of the collection as seen fit. So this was a lot of fun. I know that I put a poll out recently asking people if they wanted to see a Kevin Garnett or an Allen Iverson top 10. Allen Iverson did win that poll. It looked like Kevin Garnett was out to an early lead, but with the finals, I figured that this would be a good time to have a video about LeBron, and the Iverson video will be coming very soon, so keep an eye out for that. And we can't forget about the KG. KG is very popular, and I love KG. I've got a lot of fun cards in his collection. So both of those will be coming very soon, so keep an eye out for that. As always, if you're new here, please consider subscribing. Hit that bell icon so you don't miss any videos in the future. New content like this, pack openings, top 10s, collector interviews, and the like will always be dropping on Wednesdays. Any bonus content will drop on Fridays as well. Thanks. We'll talk later. Bye.